Join us now to discuss the, would you read that, cooling labor market. And we're going to talk about that. That's the whole thing. His company's Paris Games partnership and more. Let's welcome Joe Ukuzoglu. He's Deloitte Global CEO. Thanks for joining us. Is it cooling? Is that correct? And welcome. It's good to see you. But I don't want to say it if it's not, because we're still at very low levels right now, and things are pretty solid, are they not? Is it cooling?
Well, it's nice to see the three of you. I would say the labor market is still reasonably healthy, but that is moderated from what was overheated. So relative to what was probably an unsustainable environment, just the level of wage growth, the competitiveness for workers, we've seen that cool. It's still at a pretty low level of unemployment and reasonably healthy.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking to Ed Yardeni about it. We're going to know more on Friday, obviously, with the jobs report. But I guess it's okay to say that maybe we're not red hot, but maybe we're still pretty good, pretty steady. And I guess cooling's okay, but it's a point of contention, I think, right now.
Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, if you look at the drivers of inflation and this risk of a sort of a wage price spiral, if the labor market had remained that overheated, you wouldn't have been talking to Roger Ferguson about a potential cut in the next couple of months.
Right. So in that regard, let's just call it like almost, we don't want to say Goldilocks, that might jinx things, but not too hot, not too cold at this point. What about your partnership? We mentioned that, or your company. It says it's neat to have your own partnership with the Olympics, but it's Deloitte's, right?
Well, all of us at Deloitte are extremely proud of this. You know, this is an important moment for the world. We have a pretty broken world right now, geopolitical tension, conflict, and to be associated with the Olympic movement. And if you go back to the founding ethos of bringing the world together through sport, this is a special platform, and you feel it in the air. You see it with the business leaders who are here. You see it in conversation that people are excited about a moment to try to build some bridges, and actually a lot of clients saying, I want a respite for at least a few days from the domestic political chaos, from the geopolitical tension. There's a special spirit here, and we're really proud to be a part of it.
And explain it. It's the first at what? First in milestones historically.
It is. We signed up to a 10-year partnership, and it goes well beyond the branding. So we're going to take over as the Olympics lead consulting partner globally. We're driving all things digital transformation, looking to modernize the movement, tech-enable the fan experience, the athlete experience. There's a tremendous amount of promise here.
Are you, did you take a night course in artificial intelligence yet? Joe, can you explain exactly how it's all going to play out for us? This is a 10-year deal. Go out 10 years for us. What's the world going to look like?
Well, let's talk about it in the context of the Olympics. Part of the issue here is, people are wanting to see all of this happen overnight. This is going to take time. Big enterprises don't change in a day or a week or a month, but the potential here is massive. So if you look at the fan experience, the potential to allow people to have a much more immersive experience, to bring everyone together from around the world and allow them to feel like they're here at the games, Gen AI is a part of that. The athlete experience. I mean, one of the real near-term benefits of Gen AI is the ability to democratize learning, to take coaching that historically has been very expensive, only available to a select few, and to allow aspiring athletes from all around the world to benefit from that type of platform. Those are the applications we're talking about.
Can I ask you a jobs question? It's a Deloitte jobs question, though. When you look out and think about hiring over the next 3, 4, 5 years, how much is AI going to change that dynamic in terms of either how many people you're going to hire, or, I mean, that would be probably the most interesting piece of it, or what kind of people you're hiring with a different skill set?
I think the prognostications with certainty are pretty dangerous right now. We would expect that the overall need for great people in a professional services environment continues to be on an upward trajectory. Will some of the tasks that individuals do today be partially automated or augmented? Absolutely. But at the same time, you're seeing the proliferation of Gen AI and other technologies drive incremental demand. Right. Companies, governments need more help adopting the technology. And so how does that all net out? We will still have far more people 3 or 4 years from now than we do today.
But you even think, when you think about the engineers that are going to build like the tech stack for the Olympics, call it, in 2 years or in 4 years from now, you think you're going to need a lot more people to do that, or less people?
A massive part of our hiring. And in fact, if you look around the world, just the recruiting for those with computer science, with engineering, with background in data. That's a very big part of the overall hiring picture.
So, 450,000 employees, but you did say biggest overhaul of your business in a long, long time. What does that mean? That you go to 4 business units from 5. Will there be 450,000 employees at the end of the year?
There will be more than 450,000.
So you're going up.
We are net hiring. This is all about making the firm easier to navigate for our clients, trying to organize in ways that align with the way that our clients buy. We hadn't changed our internal structure in over 10 years. And so this is just good housekeeping to make certain that of all the different things we do, from digital transformation, cyber, Gen AI, international tax, audit and assurance, you name it, that we are organizing those capabilities in a way where we can pair them to solve complex client issues. So
we're talking sports. This is not Olympics, but how are the Trojans looking? I read a lot about it. I do. I read a lot about it because it's a new quarterback, everything else. But good, bad.
This is near and dear to me as an alum. My daughter's out there now.
My wife, an alum as well.
I joined the board of trustees just recently. That's a complicated question. So Caleb Williams was special.
Is that bad? Yeah.
Caleb Williams was special.
Yeah.
High hopes riding on Miller Moss.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Questions about the defense. And the real issue, though, is going into the Big Ten. The level of competition. We're going to be at the Big House. I think it's September 20th. So
exactly.
Lincoln Riley and the team have done a great job retooling the program. But at that level of competition, you got to play it out. I'm hopeful.